All right, can you hear me? Let me know if you could hear me. Great to have all of you right in the room now. Please type a yes if you could hear me clearly. Let me be sure that we are all together. Doing some check here. You can use a question answer field space to type in a yes for me to be sure that we can hear ourselves when we're together. Okay, Jackson, I can see you. Good to know you can hear me as well. Eugene Maxi, yeah, great. It's been a long time. Yeah, we'll really keep in loop. All right, good to have all of you right in the room. And we had to schedule this webinar because just like I said, it's been a long time. We want to keep in communication and also to update members what has been happening. So far, Tagget has been up and running, everything been good, following the challenges we've had and the series of mails we've given out. And we thought it wise to also come back to have this family discussion, like I would describe it, one-to-one discussion, of course, rubbing our minds and brainstorming, getting to know how we can be of assistance to one another to have the fully successful campaign running with Tagget, and of course, being able to reach greater heights. All right, if you could also see my screen, let me know that you can see my screen. Can you see the screen at this point? Can use the question button to also let me know you can see my screen. All right, you can see the welcome to Target Workshop. Can you see the screen? All right, great. All right, great, great. All right, thanks for the feedback. All right, I also want to get to know how many of you have been able to explore the new AI integration we've done with Target, because that's the essence for this training we'll be having. How many of you have been able to run your integration successfully, and of course, being able to use the call functions as well as the voice call function, SMS, and IVRO aspect of Target, because that has been a little challenge which we've had with Target, and being able to make the upgrade, ensuring that everyone is able to handle their reputation so that we don't suffer the damage we've just gone through. How many of us have been able to do so? Okay, Jackson. All right, you can do well to share the issues you've heard using Target, but generally, this timeout is for us to really get our hands on getting our own Twilio account connected to Target so that you can resume back your Target virtual number, getting it on IVRO, and of course, going about your voice calls. If you place a call me back on your Target account or your Target widget, everything will be working seamlessly. Of course, the WhatsApp integration is working without issues. Every other integration on our Target is working without issues. All right, great. Good to know you've already gotten your Twilio connected, and of course, you've gotten or you've started using your Target account along with Twilio. So you also help us to know other challenges you have. So having gotten that, for the purpose of others who may not have gotten their Twilio connected, I'll be sharing screen, and of course we'll both get a trial account together and see how we can work things out. So let's get on this now. Right, can you see my screen? Getting over to my Tagget dashboard. Okay, yeah, great. You can hear me right now. Yeah, right there. I believe you can see my screen. Right on my Tagget dashboard, you are required to come over to settings where you can find the AI integration tab that allows you to connect your Twilio account. So right inside of your settings page, you're certainly going to find the profile integration development agency. You're required to come straight to your Twilio tab right now. So once you click on the Twilio tab, you'll certainly find the required parameters. Now, the required parameters, it's your Twilio account ID, your Twilio art or token. So how do you go about getting this? So let's say you are just getting your Twilio account for the first time. You can just come up here, sign up a trial account with them, and go through their verification process. So let's say doing this for the first time, I can just go over this and get this done. Right, Gmail. I can just go ahead, create the password, accept this. Then I go over to start my trial. Now, when you start a trial, you can always add your card and make payment to get off of the trial section. But with the new policies set up by Twilio, you may have to do some further verifications, except you have an old account, which you can just be credited. But all accounts will clamped down. So once you get this, you sign up, you're going to be credited with a $25 worth of credit. Okay, I have to verify my email to proceed. So that's the next step. So I'm checking my email right now. Right, great. So I have it right there. So I want to confirm my email to get started with Twilio as a trial account. Now, I'm also required to verify a phone number, so I could get any phone number verified right there. So let's say I'm pushing this right here now. Some seconds, let me link this up and get a verification number link up. Right. So let's do this now. Okay, so we have this. So let's get verified on this now. Let's see. Can we use the client's Twilio account client setup? Yeah, you can use the Gene asking that. You can always use the client setup to do that. So let me just get this verified out. All right. Here we go. Since I got several of my numbers already linked up to my account, so right, I think we're getting past this now. Please let me know if you can see my dashboard clearly. Can you see my screen? Yeah, my screen is shown here. All right. So you're expected to define which Twilio products you're here to use. What do you plan to build with Twilio? So I can just come over to say, I want to use the Twilio SMS or voice, or I'm just exploring whichever option you want to go with. Then what do you plan to build with Twilio? You could come over here to say order, or you can also state IVR bots, but you can of course leave this as order. How do you want to build with Twilio? So you select this with no code at all because we've already done the integration with it for you right inside of Tagget. So here says, what is your goal today? So explore what my team can build. I could just say uh, something else, just whatever here have there. So I could just say get started. All right, so right here, you'll be launch into the Twilio dashboard. All right, so great. So right inside of the Twilio dashboard, you already have this trial balance. You don't need to bother yourself getting a trial number. All we are interested in getting is the account SID and as well as your ARTS token, which you can show here. You can always go over here to hit on upgrade the project. So once you hit on upgrade the project, or if you come over here to switch from your trial account, which would only mean you adding some funds into your account. If you hit on upgrade, then you can then connect your account cards and make your upgrade from your trial account to a verified account, which you can use, add some more details, validate your address, add a billing address, and of course, add a payment information fund. So once you add all of these details, then you can go ahead to upgrade your account. Now, if you upgrade your account will also be looking same like what you have here on your trial dashboard. So what Tagget is interested in, it's getting your account SID. So assuming you copy this out and bring it over to your Tagget account, let's say I'm dropping this here into my account ID, and I come over to my Twilio dashboard again. I want to hit to show my auto token, so I also copy this out. Once I get that, I bring it and replace it right inside of my Twilio art token. I want to drop that, I hit on save changes now, so I hit on continue. So once you hit on continue, your Tagget account will of course work the way it was originally built to work. So right now, once it's fully set by, I have all my parameters quite set right here. So I could come back to my dashboard, see my dashboard, and if I don't have a phone number already on it, I have to come over to get a new phone number. I can always dial out, just like you can see here. I already have a number here, but of course this number is linked to my old number, so I'll have issues making or calling out with its number. But let's say you're trying dialing out. Let's have it here. I'm trying dialing out. Number format is invalid. Okay, I didn't add my plus right there. So it's going to drop like that. So I always have to get back on my phone number and have it reset. So let's try another account. Since I already have this, I will have to reset this since I already had it linked up. But for your own case, once your number is deactivated, you have to link up your account, your Twilio account, and once you link up your Twilio account, you can then come over to request for your phone number. And once you request for your phone number, it's going to pick up from your connected Twilio account. Let me quickly see if I'll find an account which I've not linked up before and practically show you how this works. Some seconds. All right, so in this particular account, where I've set up target number has not been set up yet. So I want to come over to assign our newly set up Twilio account on this. So I come over to Twilio. I already had the odds are talking. I want to copy the account ID right now. So I come over, copy this account ID, bring it back to my target account and drop it in there. I have to save changes. So hit and continue. So once done that, I have my account set up right now. So I want to come over to your profile icon where you find set up target number. So once you hit and set up target number, just like you search for numbers earlier, you can also come over here to search for numbers. So I could just have 516. I could search and it's going to get me numbers I can select from. So right here, I could just go ahead, pick just any number I want to work with. So with this number, let's say we're working with this first number. I can just pick, say, you sure you want to proceed in setting up the chosen virtual numbers? Hit and continue. It's going to set this up. So the number has been chosen and configured successfully. So I hit on continue. So right on screen here, you'll see the new number has been assigned to the account. So what happened here is that AI automatically communicates with the Twilio account, which you've integrated with, and helps you to acquire the virtual number, which reputation, every resources, it's now dependent on your Twilio account. So if I refresh this Twilio account right now, you're going to see the number showing here, but you need to upgrade your account to have everything fully stable and no limitations on your account. So you can see the same number we got is now showing right here inside the Twilio account. So right with this number, I can go ahead, make call outs. I could also come over to set up my IVR, which will work seamlessly. So that has been the greatest challenge we've had with users who had abused the system through sending phishing content as voice messages and SMS, which got our accounts clamped down and we lost virtually everything. And what we did here was to ensure that we take every account on Tagget into unlimited credit so as to allow you to communicate seamlessly with your connected Twilio account. So I want to believe this demonstration is quite straightforward and it's something you can replicate at your end and get the required results. So you can use the question box and let me get your feedback. What do you think about this demonstration before I go over to the next item for our meeting for today. So let's get the feedbacks on this. All right, I'm going to confirm if they turn on the record to have a playback for this. But hopefully, if I did, then I will send a playback so that you can, of course, at a more relaxed time, replay it and see the entire processes we've gone through to allow you get the same result at your end. So I will check that, and I hope I did enable the record mode. Okay, right here, like mentioned, you already have your target number, which is number which will automatically be acquired for you from your connected Twilio account. So like I showed you, once you hit an upgrade project, you will then follow the step-by-step process of upgrading your Twilio account from a trial account to a live account, which will allow you to run all campaigns. So like someone was asking, if on your target account, you have your sub account, which is actually the account you're selling out to your own customers, would they have to come over to set up their own Twilio account, or would it depend on your own Twilio account? Now, that business model, it's now being affected because of the reputation damage. So every target account must be assigned to a corresponding Twilio account. So you as a master account owner cannot use your Twilio account anymore as a master account to your sub account. So your individual sub accounts will have to own their own Twilio account. So you also have to go educate them on how to do. So what you will now focus your energy on will be selling them either one-time access, or if you want to keep them on the sort of membership or recurring fee for you to make some more money with your sub account access. So depending on the sub account access you have, you could step up your game and sell out your sub account asset as high as $50 or $100, whatever it is, since you know that you will no longer be getting some markup from their purchases anymore. So you step up your access to their sub account. Of course, virtually are all other aspects of Target they can monetize with it. So needless of depending just on the voice, SMS, as well as the IVR, though these are the high demand services which most market promoters are going in for. So like mentioned, your target should now be selling out access to your sub accounts. All right, what question do I have here? So this is how we will order the customer number. Yeah, exactly. That's how you order the customer number. So if you're helping your customer to set it up for themselves, it means each time you create a sub account, definitely you find that menu there that says get a target number. But once you get a target number, you will no longer find it there. If for any reason you switch your Twilio account, just like we did in the demonstration, and your number is now had linked into your profile, you can write to us an email and we'll directly get the number unhooked from that particular account. And in subsequent weeks, we'll also see how to make that possible for you to automate it so that you will not find yourself writing the support to have these issues fixed up for you, but seamlessly you can get everything done for yourself. Yeah, it's still active, but for quick response, you can directly write to support@tagget.io or hello@tagget.io. That you'll get a quick response from. You can still use the support@tagget.freshdex.com, no doubt. Or you could also ping me directly or send me direct mail or reach me on my Skype handle, and I'll be glad to personally assist you. Right, I've got 2 minutes in this section before I move on to the next exciting moment we'll have with this live section we are having together now. So in the next 2 minutes, let me know if there are other areas you want me to talk about on Tagget, if there are questions or some great areas you want me to straighten up, and I'll be glad to do so in the next 2 minutes. Akunai, Carol Brown, Kirsten Jackson, Jean, Judge Massey, John Fu, Richard Decker, much more I can mention. Please let me know if there are other great areas you want me to cover in the next couple of minutes. Setting up a new client account. All right, so setting up a new client account still remains what it is. To set up a new client account, if you can see my screen, all you have to do, come up to settings. Right on settings, you'll definitely find the agency tab. So right on your agency tab, you'll then find the entire field required to set up a new account. So on your agency tab, all you need to do is hit on create new sub account. So once you hit on create new sub account, you provide the full name, the email address, the phone number, and of course the password to your new account you want to create. And you have a new sub account. Okay, let's do this together. So let's say this is Benson Jakes, all right? And Benson Jakes' email is Benson Jakes at gmail.com. And he has his phone number. That's +5167748. All right, and we're providing his password as 1234567, right? And I want to copy this out as the login email and the password. You just copy this out into your clipboard, the email address and password, because that's what will be required to log into the new account. So I hit on add sub account. Are you sure you want to create a sub account? I say yes. Right, so sub account has been created successfully and can proceed to log in with the email, right? So created a new sub account, and it's going to show within my master account right here. So my master account shows that I have an account, that is Benson Jakes. So let's say we log out now and I want to log in as Benson Jakes. Right, so all I need to do, provide the email address, of course, a password, which we assign to the setup. So once I log in, definitely going to have the new account created. So the business model to help you monetize this further, you could create some membership flow talking about the benefit and of course how Tagget can bring a new twist to their business communication channels, and of course the IVR branding, which is one of the top-notch solution we have right inside of Tagget. So once you present all of that, you take them to your checkout, they pay, and you then come over to manually generate an account and send in their username, their email rather, and their password. Of course, in a subsequent update, which we're working on, we'll also set up what we call the IPN that will allow you to directly integrate auto account creation right on checkout, so that once your users are checking out, account will be created for them instead of you having to manually create an account for the user. So if we come over to dashboard, so you see the same thing applies here. I want to skip our getting the onboarding right now. Let's go to dashboard. All right, I don't want to install this, but let's just take the action. Of this, let's get in again. There's Benson Jakes, and have the password. I needed to have used another browser, but let's get it on here. All right, got another question. How many client account can we set up? Okay, please repeat what are the features that still work or not working anymore? Okay, all features are still working, John Fu. When you connect your Twilio account, every features still remains the same, everything working as it was, nothing it's deprecated so far. Once you can get your Twilio account connected to your Tagget, everything works seamlessly. So once you get here, you see this is Benson Jakes, so you have to set up the Tagget number again. So your own user has to come into settings. So right inside of settings, it will then have to set up its Twilio account right there. Let's say get this. So you can then choose whichever account you want to work with and configure. This account will definitely get, so try accounts and allow one Twilio number. So that's because I'm still on my Twilio account. So you get that done. All right, so that's the much we'll take right on this integration. So again, like mentioned, we'll have something exciting for all present. Of course, we'll be extending it out to our other Tagget users. But for being present right here, we'll be granting you access to new top-notch products, which we're letting go, which is more like a further improvement of a first-to-market product. You know, with Tagget, we have what we call the stories. You could recall, you can come over when creating your captures, you can create stories. I don't know how many of us have been using the story functions. You can use a question box and let me know if you've been using the story capture functions. They call this creating form and of course creating a story and having the story play a video or call up a form or call up a survey for you right on your website. No. You don't have to purchase credit. You now have unlimited credit on your Tagget account. So any purchases you need to make will be right inside of your Twilio account. So there's nothing you're purchasing from that Tagget again. Tagget, you now have an unlimited credit right inside of it. So that's what it is. All right, so I'll quickly be moving on because this other aspect, we're spending less than 10 minutes on it and we'll call it a day. Okay, Joe, phone stories. All right, so why I mentioned that stories, the new product which will be granting access to our Tagget users to say thank you to our Tagget members and to also compensate them for the time lost for some of the breakouts we've had trying to fix the challenges we've been facing. We'll be granting all our Tagget users access to this product. It's an improvement of the storage section and of course a first to market product, which is also going to be a blockbuster once released into the marketplace. It is called Qubit. You can see it right on screen here. Now the Qubit technology, it's an aspect of the story technology, but this time it's not just about story, it's totally about engaging your website visitors with videos, video pop-ups. Now see how the site looks like if I was to log out and you visit our Qubit site. This is how it's going to look. So on our Qubit side, we just see it as a SaaS. Yeah, of course, I believe you can remember this pop-up right now. So I can just click on this to expand it, and it shows a yoga. It can take me to my Facebook page. It can take me to my Instagram page. I can also call this out, and it opens on a fresh landing page, which tells me more about my pop-up. So Qubit came as a result of helping website owners to take off the old traditional pop-ups, which are now boring, and users or visitors have become really used to it. Even YouTube as well as Facebook now have this functionality. If you're visiting YouTube, you will notice that there's usually a video pop-up just by the corner of your screen. So let's see. Great, can you see this? So this is where the technology is now heading to. So with YouTube, you have this pop-up showing here, right? With what we have here, we have several of these integrated on other sites. Let me also visit this site to set up. I could have this blog showing here. Let me see. I think I have one which I assigned there, my personal blog. That's coming up. All right, so it's the same thing there. So we have our account showing right there. So all you have to do, once you have access to your Qubit account, which I'm going to be granting you, I'll also send you a form, which you need to fill the form and let's know that you are target user so that we give you the necessary upgrades. You have your overview video right there showing up. Right inside of your overview video, you can see the server template. We have template collections. You can see server templates. You can pick from templates to create your video pop-ups. That's coming up right now. Can you hear me? Hello? Are we connected? Please let me know if you can hear me. Use the reaction button and let me know if you can hear me. Okay, no screen at the moment. All right. Okay. All right. Let me check that out. All right, great. So can you see my screen? So I was heading to my templates. All right, Caravan, yeah, great. Getting feedbacks now. Sorry. Usually like using my PC off the power plug so as to keep my battery lasting longer. So I didn't notice that my battery was a little bit low, so I had to go plug it back to the outlet. Right. So here we are. We have a couple of templates you can use to create several engaging video pop-ups for your campaigns right there. And we have loads of templates that are coming for there. So I can, of course, sort it by fashion, social, advertisement, e-commerce, beauty, and others that are coming. I can then come over to set new pop-up. So this is more like a new trendy generational video pop-up tool that we are bringing into the marketplace that takes off the old traditional pops-ups on your websites. So let's get one done together and you really see how exciting this is and how this is going to sweep the marketplace. All right, so I could come over to select any of the templates. I find our feed right now. Okay, let's say I want to work with this template. So I could say use this template. So it brings the template into our editor. Right inside of our editor, you can see that you can customize just about everything you find here. I could click on here to change the logo. You see there I can move it, position it wherever I want it to be. I could change it to what I want it. I can also come select my text, change my text to what I want it to be. Okay, here, my Tagget GAP members. So you could have it like that. Then on your video player here, you could have external video pop-up played right there. So if you have any video, I could have an external media played right there at a video, or I could just search by keyword. Let's say what we're looking at right now. Let me just say marketing. Let's see if we could get anything in marketing. So if I search it up right there, you could just select any video and add it right there. So once you pick it right there, let's see. Okay, let's just work this. So this could just be any video product of your choice you want to promote right there. So I have it showing right there. So you could have a pop-up where you want to give access to download your materials, and once downloaded, either you could get an email opt-in, or you could get the person's details, or you just want to increase the download rate of your app once a user logs in into your website. This is the website for the first time. So I could change this. I could also work on my download button. So whatever the button is, I can once selected, it's quite drag and drop, quite movable. I can say download now. I could just add this urgency. So once I scroll down, I see the entire controls. I can then come over to select what happens when a user clicks on it. It should not redirect, it should redirect to a link. So the link could be that it should download from either my X3 bucket on Amazon. So I could just my file. So once the user hits on it. Now, again, several things you can do right inside of our editor here. You can come over to say text. You can drop images, videos, shape, buttons. You can also see all the blocks you have right there: emoji, GIF, blur, icon, sticker, gesture, illustration, frame, logo, button, pattern, slogan, and you could have several people. It time will fail us if I want to go into details showing you all the powerful functionalities of this tool. But you can also toggle around engage. On engage, you can set up question engagement. You can set up inquiry. You could also set up survey right inside of the pop-up. You can set up a presenter where you have a real human presenting your product or promoting your services as a pop-up, or like an in-blind pop-up on your page. You could also have an email us. You could have a call us. You could have a social media. You could have conversation. Conversation is having live call on your web page. So you could also have the rating. You could have the open chat widget. You can also set up cards, Twitter cards, YouTube cards, Amazon, Shopify store, PayPal, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, SoundCloud, and website, as well as other blogs. So let's say I'm done setting up all of this. I can then come over to say export. So while exporting, it says export as pop-up. Excuse me. So once export as pop-up, I already have my pop-up right there. This pop-up design has been saved. So once it's saved, we have what we call the summary options. We have the preview menu. You have the share functionality. You have the copy, which helps you to duplicate. You also have the edit pop-up. So if I come over to the summary right here, it takes you to the summary page of your pop-up design, which is what we did right here. So in this pop-up design, I can come over here to change my pop-up name right here, as well as my pop-up URL slug I want it to be. So I could say Tagget. I could change my URL slug I want here to stay. Oh, sorry, I think I clicked on that. That's why it took us right out there. So I could come over here and call this Tagget pop-up. Just for the demonstration, let's call this Tagget. So this becomes my custom URL. Then I can still add a page title because it does have a squeeze page, which you can see. So I could just call this new target flow. I can then have my description, as much things you want to add here. Hey, welcome to the all new video pop-up tool. Right, so at this point, if I have a widget, I need to assign it. I think I need to, let's see if I assign it to, I created a widget. You also see how to create a widget right inside of it. I can also state my visibility on page load. Should it show on page exit? No. On scroll, 30% it should show. On scroll, I can then add my element selector where use JavaScript ID class selectors on when it should show when someone clicks on a specific action on your website. Now the display options, I can say it should show as bottom right. I could, or I want to set this as center so that it catches attention. There are several orientations which you could set here. So I want to have it center. I want to turn it on as model. So as model, so you can auto expand it. Yes, I want it to expand. So I want to allow sharing, allow full screen, yes, allow close. I can also add my tracking code, Facebook pixel, and every other tracking details I may need. So once you're done, you can come hit save on each of the sections you've created modifications on. So I created that, I saved that. I want to set this to center again. I want to set this to model. I'm allowing sharing, yes. Auto expand, yes. So I want to turn that. I want to come over here to say save changes. So I've saved changes. All right, so once I'm done doing that, I can then come over. But before I go over to show you how it looks like, let me also quickly show you something else. Right here, you can, of course, get to see your preview, how it comes out. That's how it comes out. You also have a quick response code which can be generated. You also get to see what we call the sequence. The sequence is right inside of Qubit, you could have several pop-ups that links up. So a sequence is if somebody clicks on this, or if someone sees this pop-up and takes an action on this pop-up, what's the next action to take? So it is more like the first time we are bringing a funnel flow into the pop-up industry or into the pop-up tool. So right inside of pop-up, you can create several funnels. So I could have several funnel steps right here, which once clicked, it can take you to a different pop-up depending on what you want to market or what you want the visitors to see, or depending on the visitor's behavior or the visitor's action, you can then determine what you want the visitor to see or what further action you want the visitor to take. So once you set that up, you can see it. I can also get to see the conversation. If you have set up any, you can see it right there. You can also edit this. So once you're done doing this, let's just preview this and see how this looks like. I think I already assigned it to a widget on this side. So if I refresh this, it should be able to show up. So let's confirm if I got the widget right. So we're waiting. Okay. I think I didn't assign it to the right widget, so I have to come back and select my widget properly. So coming back here, oh, there was no widget selected, so I want to come back and be sure I got it to the right widget. Did I get this? Did we miss this? Let's see. I'm closing this. I'm closing this as well, so let's be sure. I think we missed something there. Let's go over to overview and see a pop-up like that. Work with this. All right, let me quickly see what responses we have. Yeah, you can make a pop-up enable however you want. Okay, here it is. So what we need to do, I can come over here to edit it. No, okay, sorry, I was supposed to get into my summary. Sorry for that. Already got into my summary. Right, so my summary, taking this to my first widget. So let's save this again. Right, so if we got that right, if we refresh this, it should take up the action which we wanted to take, replacing what we have here. So page load, all right, great. So you see, this came in as a modal, blocking everything, causing a blind on your screen. So you can see right on the middle, that's what the website visitor gets to see. So if it's a video of an introductory product I have here, you can see it here. I can then come over, if I click on download right now, it takes me to the Amazon file. So now, if it's something I wanted them to fill a form or to provide their email address, I will also see it. If the user also clicks out here, it takes the user to the generated squeeze page of that particular pop-up. So it is more like a pop-up with a squeeze page summary. So you could see the summary content we had there. You could have more details. You could, of course, have some more content to communicate here. I could get viral traffic through Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and of course, just a link to share. And I can also call the quick response code right now. So you see all that you could ever imagine, it's all captured right inside of our Qubit system. So you can then come over to the widgets aspect here, and you can get to see the created widgets. Okay, I lost my network right there. All right, so you can see they created widgets. Like all you need to do, just copy this line of code, and all the actions you take right inside of your Qubit account is shown on your connected website. So I can create some more widgets. I can choose the layout, cycle, a square, or a pop-up, how I want my widgets to communicate, and I create it right there. So right here, you can see the entire overview. You can see the number of pop-ups you've created. You can see the number of widgets you have. If you have any schedules, you can also see the number of audiences which you've gotten. I can also come here, share straight to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. And if I also come over to visit my Qubit website, you see that this new pop-up I added will also be shown directly. So that's exactly what happens right there. So we'll be granting access to our Tagget VIP members to this link. So all you need to do, visit the link which I'll be sharing to you now, and go straight up to create an account and send us an email stating, okay, I'll be sharing you a Google form, which you state the email address which you use in creating this. So go get your Qubit account now. Right. So let me know what you think about this, and of course, we'll be welcoming your testimonials on your review, which will also be publishing if it does win our nominations. For nominated video testimonials, we'll welcome, of course, the text testimonials and the video testimonials. So look out for my further mail, which I will give out further instruction for your, of course, that Google form, which you have to indicate the email address you use in creating your Qubit account, so as you get the necessary upgrade as a Tagget member, and also to say thank you and as compensation to make upgrade for you on the Qubit account. And of course, if you also want to participate in our testimonials to get some further upgrades, you also drop your testimonial videos on our Facebook group for Qubit, which I'll be sharing you in a follow-up email. So watch out for that follow-up email. So far, I'll be calling it a day on this live webinar. All right, so thank you very much, Richard Dakar, Mohammed Ibrahim. All right, I believe we should have a replay so you get to see that. Yeah, definitely working on integrating with Tagget, but of course you can still use it with your Tagget account, play around with the Tagget functionalities you have. Right, so I want to say thank you very much for your time as well, making up time to be in this live call. So I believe it was a fruitful one, and it was quite resourceful. So let me know, what do you think about the last sections we've just had now? All right, Richard, Decker, thanks for the response. Awesome, awesome. All right, great. All right, John Fool, thanks for the follow as well. Okay then. So watch it for my next series of mail, and of course we're going to do just some more great things together. You're welcome. All right, so let's call it a day now. Do have a nice time.